Paige and welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be taking a look at the tour of the hotel I recently did a speed build on. So this hotel, if you guys can't recognize it, is the hotel I did for my At Dead of Night recreation in The Sims 4. So basically there's this cute little cozy horror game that came out like back in 2020 and it's called At Dead of Night and it's set in a hotel. And I wanted to recreate it this Halloween along with some of the characters from the game. So you can find both of those videos linked in the description box and in the cards up above. But I wanted to go ahead and give you guys a little tour of the hotel today because the speed build itself was too big for me to fit it in. But yeah, so the outside of it is kind of plain and boring because of how I had to do the inside step for step for how it looks in the game, but you know, I think the front looks pretty good and it actually looks surprisingly close to the original, which is good because that is what I was going for. This is a little outside courtyard you step out into at the end of the game, so this is like kind of small but like a cute little detail. Now I will say this isn't like completely accurate because obviously it's Sims and I wasn't using CC, so it's not completely 100% accurate. There are some things missing, like such as the bathrooms. There aren't any bathrooms, and some of the rooms are a little bit off in their shape and things, but I tried as hard as I could. So let's go ahead and get right in. So this is the little entrance area. We've got the little chairs, the paintings, the iconic Christmas tree. And then we've got the little check-in area where Jimmy takes you into the hotel. We've got the keys for all the rooms on the wall here. The box where he puts your master keys. And I imagine these little books would be where he like put records or something. And then down this little hall, I used a lot of the tool mod, which I cut out because it took me so long in this speed build to stack these chairs and build like a little step stool and things like that. And then in here, we've got the kitchen area, which is where you use your scrying mirror. It's very dark in here. And then we've got a few rooms in here. So we've got this one, which you only see open once, and you don't really see inside. So I just kind of cluttered it up and then added another little storeroom off of it. Because, yeah, I just wanted to decorate it. And then if you come around behind Jimmy's counter, which you never do in the game, but Jimmy does in the prologue. You see this little like back room, and honestly I think I recreated this probably as one of the best rooms. The mannequin's a little bit off, but you know, Get to Work only had the one mannequin. So in here is the hallway, which I used a lot of tool mod again to make it look at. And then this is the little cute arcade you see a couple times throughout the game. I think I did pretty good. I hate that you couldn't size these down because like they're just too big otherwise. But like you couldn't size down a lot of them without it like glitching. And then in here is the like showroom. The ceiling texture in here is different because it has to be to match with like what the game did in one of the cutscenes. If you guys know the one I'm talking about, then you know what I'm talking about. Otherwise, I don't want to give you guys any spoilers in case you decide to play. And then this is backstage. A few things are different, but I tried to get it as close to reality as I could. And keep the lighting fairly dim because again, it's not a very well lit room. There are a lot of rooms in this hotel that aren't very well lit, and I tried to keep within the theme of that. And then these two doors are locked on the hallway, so I can't even go in those. And then we're going to go ahead and use the stairwell to go upstairs, but there is this little landing where I put some fake elevators because the Sims won't let you allow more than one elevator on the lot. So we have one there, but otherwise it's just decorational. Now, going inside, we're going to use the stairwell to go upstairs to the first floor. We'll do the lower ground last. And this is the first floor stairwell landing. The first floor elevator landing, which I did have to change up a little bit of like where this goes. Like it's supposed to be more down the hall, but again, was working with some Sims constraints on that. And then in here we've got the little bathroom that you see I think like once when Dr. Bose is like doing something. And then we've got a little storeroom. We've got a lot of bedrooms down that way, and of course, a nice little loop around. I'll show you one of the bedrooms down this hall. It's got a nice little desk in here, wardrobe you could hide in, and a few other things. The hallways are mostly decorated the same way because I couldn't really remember what were in all the hallways, and I couldn't get screenshots for all of them to use for reference. But I tried to put up as many things as I could to complete the look. So I put up these 2 pictures when you come out this way. And then this, of course, is your room you have in the game when you start, which is Maya's room. So I put a chest in here because I believe her room has a chest. And I think it had a mirror on the wall, but I forgot to add that. And I also didn't add her shoes and clutter and stuff because she's not occupying the room currently, so her things wouldn't be in there. And then we've got this statue of armor, which I believe is a bit iconic. And then we've got some more rooms in here. Obviously, since it's a hotel, the only thing that really changes in these rooms is like the layout and then where the desk, like if it's a desk or if it's a little chest. So there's not really much difference there. Honestly, for the first floor, it's mostly just the layout is a little bit different from the second floor, but like the color scheme's even the same. So this is a top-down view of the first floor. And since we're already in this view, I might as well drop down to the lower ground. So the lower ground, we're going to come out here down by the elevators. So in the stairwell, it's locked off from you, except for like at one point in the game. And it's just a plain gray in there. I couldn't remember what like junk they had in the lower ground. But I did put the iconic lockers and a few bookcases to signify the garbage, I guess, that they just have down here. And then I used these 2 cupcake machines to represent the pipes that are in the boiler room. And then some crates to signify all the boxes that they had around. These 2 doors are always locked during the purpose of the game, but you do see them open at one point, so I know that there are rooms there. But you never see inside of them, so I didn't really clutter them. I just put some crates in that one. And then this, of course, is the secret room hidden behind the lockers that you see at the end of the game. And that's just pretty much all you can see when you're in there because you're not really in there that long. And yeah, you're pretty much not really in there for long enough. I do know that there's supposed to be like some cement bags, but I couldn't really find anything close enough to use. So yeah, and let's go ahead and go up to the second story. So I'm gonna pop upstairs. Okay, now coming out of the landing, we've got a little landing here. It's got some balloons. It's a little bit darker in the halls up here. Got a little hutch in here. It's a little bit darker, a little bit creepier, you know, adding a little bit more ambiance. I think it's quite creepy. I wanted to add some little holes in the walls, but they look too drastic compared to what they look like in the game. But these are a couple of the rooms near the back that I thought I'd show you. Again, they look pretty much like the ones on the first floor. It's more just like the same beds and that sort of thing because, again, it is a hotel, so it's not really that much different. The layout's a little bit different. Some of the rooms are blocked off from the first floor. And then also this hallway doesn't loop around the same way. Now the third floor, however, now that one is a little bit more dramatic. So we're going to enter it through the stairwell because that's honestly the safest way to get in here during the actual game because, yeah, it's not safe. It's not safe at all. So the color palette, as you guys can see, is a little bit different up on the third floor. I'm not really sure why. The game never really explains. I'm not sure if they've done some renovations up here or like what. I mean, it's possible, I guess. This is the spot where you come out of the elevators and you have a few different things looking at you. So you got this painting, a couple sconces, trash can, which is a little weird because you never really see a trash can anywhere else. And then we've got a few little decorations. You walk out into the hall, and then there's a few bedrooms down this way. The third floor is remarkably smaller than the rest of them and has lots more dark rooms, so I don't really have as many rooms to show you guys in here. But I thought I'd give you guys just some cute rooms since we did have to change the color palette for this floor. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the entire hotel. I hope you guys really enjoyed because this was a really big project and I had a lot of fun on it, even though it was really aggravating for me. But yeah, I hope you guys had a lot of fun watching this video and watching the speed build if you guys did watch that, and the characters too. I hope you guys had a wonderful Halloween, and I will see you guys in the next recreation. Don't forget to comment your favorite floor or rooms down below, because I think my favorite area, honestly, is the, like, either the conference thing here or maybe the, like, hallway area off of the store here right by the kitchen. I really feel like I recreated this section really well. So I think these two are my favorite rooms, but let me know what your favorite rooms are, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.